Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today I'm gonna show you the skill animation of Ragnar and Bjorn. And on top of that, I'm gonna test Ragnar to see if he's gonna stack, if his primary skill damage is gonna stack with some of the other commanders that we have on the loot table. Maybe not necessarily Attila Takeda, but Charles Martel, because I've done a video about it. I'm gonna make sure to post cards on the top related their skills and their pairings and talents, what I believe that it would be their pairings and their talents. So I want to see if Ragnar will actually shine regarding that. First thing first, let's see the skill animation. Here we go. Okay. So there's one big slash from Bjorn. And I still didn't understand Ragnar's. Big slash. That was it? That was Ragnar's skill animation? Alright, so I was expecting a little bit more from Ragnar. I mean, Bjorn's animation is okay, just a giant green slash, so you can definitely notice it on the battlefield. It's very different than many others, because they are all gold and shiny and a lot of gold things on their animations. I mean, Ragnar has a little bit of yellow on his animation, but Bjorn is green, so you can definitely identify him very easy, even if Bjorn is going to be second to someone else. So I'm also testing, and Bjorn doesn't do any AoE. It only hits one target. His debuff is working, because I noticed the Barbarian getting debuffed, but he only hits one target. So it doesn't do AoE damage, but he has AoE debuff. And this is the proof that Bjorn managed to debuff the second target. As you noticed, I killed the first Barbarian, and on the second one it did no damage because it only debuffed him. Now that we have seen their skill animation, let me talk a little bit about the commanders themselves. So Ragnar can be obtained from the gold key, so you can definitely find him in the taverns. When you click to add more sculptures, it shows you over here Tavern Expedition, Universal Sculptures, and Legend of the North bundle. The bundle hasn't been unlocked yet, but from what I have seen, it's a really good bundle, even if you don't want Ragnar, because it gives you a civilization change. That civilization change is very expensive. It's like 10,000 gems value or 2 million credits. That is quite a significant amount that you can get just from one bundle. So I would really love to see those kind of bundles more in the future that could give you civilization changes. I like to change civilization a lot. And same is for Bjorn. When I go to click on his skills and you click plus over here, it says the same thing. Tavern Expedition, Universal Sculptures, and Event. And I'm going to show you the event, and probably everyone has this event, is Warriors of the Frozen Sea. Now this is another event that you definitely want to look into it. You get some keys, you get some experience, some other stuff, but the most important thing from this one is the civilization change. This is a free civilization change. Like I was mentioning earlier, this is a great value from this event. So you definitely want to work on it. Whatever it says over here, like gathering resources, killing some barbarian force. So it's easy stuff. Using a couple of speed ups, plus you already get some speed ups by just doing this couple of things. Definitely work on it. Highly worth it. So this is what they are referring when they are mentioning that you can get in from the expedition. You have the medal store. Where Babers is right now, you have a chance to see Bjorn over there. So if you're struggling with the epic sculpture, like right at the beginning of the game, and you want to max Bjorn because you probably max Santo as well, and you want to have a nice infantry pair, then you can get in from your medal store if you have medals, and epic sculptures is a problem at the beginning for you. Regarding Ragnar, what they were mentioning that you can get him from the expedition, you see when you refresh over here, like every game reset, when you get in the medal store, you have the shop refreshed and you have a free refresh. Pretty much is what everyone does. And that is when you have a chance to find Ragnar in this shop in the medal store. like you probably found already a couple of other commanders. You have Ragnar on the reward list on the gold keys. That's how I unlocked my Ragnar. It took me roughly 100 keys to unlock him, and I had to spend another 70 as extra to unlock Bjorn. So a total of 170 gold keys I used for unlocking both of them. I heard some other players spent a lot of keys, and I'm gonna make sure to post the pictures on the screen, like 7,500 keys, and they didn't even max Ragnar. It's like 5532 or something. So pretty hard to max legendaries from gold keys with the current loot table. And Bjorn also drops in the silver keys. If you just want to unlock Bjorn, or you just want to get sculptures from Bjorn, you can get him from the silver keys. This is the two pictures that I was talking about. This is the first one, 7,500 gold keys used, and there is one more, and this is the second one. So this is all the sculptures that this player got from the gold keys, from 7,500 gold keys. Regarding the civilization, you have it over here, the Viking civilization, with the berserkers, infantry attack, counter-attack damage, and troops load bonus. I already talked about the civilization as well. I'm gonna make sure to post cards on the top about everything. Make sure to check that out. Another thing that I want to add was in the daily special offer, because I know that this is kind of the best way, or one of the cheapest way, how you can max legendaries. I'm not sure if you're noticing, but you have Tomiris in here, you have Constantine, and you have Saladin. So honestly, this is some amazing news for many players who are probably trying to acquire some of these commanders. Now the amount of commanders that you have in here is huge, like really huge. Now this definitely helps a lot of new players, or a lot of players looking to expertise some of these commanders. This is the battle log for Bjorn and Ragnar. So this is the turn 12 when Bjorn done his primary skill, and it says on the enemy skill damage taken plus 15%, and then you have turn 14 when Ragnar used his skills, and then you have the all damage plus 10%. So apparently Ragnar's damage, it is considered all damage. It means that he might be better to be primary. I'm gonna test him with Charles. I'm gonna do Charles and Ragnar to see if they stack, or at least if Ragnar's all damage will continue after that. I still think that you need a max Ragnar for the proper testing. So now in the truth buff, I'm not sure if so much of it was shown. I'm not sure if you're noticing, but it says all damage, normal attack damage, skill damage, counter attack damage, and damage to barbarians. Now, I'm not sure if all of this was being shown in the previous troops buff, but I don't think the counter attack damage was shown. The all damage, the normal attack damage, and the skill damage, I think they were shown, but I don't think the counter attack and some of the others. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below if it was. Maybe I just don't remember correctly. But that's a very nice thing, and it shows the normal attack damage plus 1.5% and counter attack damage plus 31.5%. I know Charles Martel has 30%, but let's see if we can find out where that 1.5% counter attack damage is, or is that reflecting the normal attack damage. Right, so here it is. I have the spiked armor on my Charles Martel. That is the reason of the 1.5 counter attack damage. Now the moment of truth, going on to the battle log. Let's see if Charles and Ragnar are stacking. So we have this turn where it says damage taken minus 15%. I believe that is because of the Testudo formation. Yeah, there you have it. It was lucky enough to go in. But then on the turn 11, we have all damage plus 30%, and that is because of Charles Martel Shield of Francia. On the turn 12, we have the same thing, because we still have the Shield of Francia. Ragnar's skill, it says Power of the King. That is his skill. So on turn 13, where we were supposed to have an extra 10% all damage, we don't have it. So because Ragnar's primary skill is considered all damage, that troops damage, so it's just a description, misleading, it's considered all damage, and it's not stacking because they are both active skills. I already done videos about that active skills don't stack, but I just thought that Ragnar mentioning that it has troops damage, it might be a different type of damage, or it might just not affect skill damage, maybe just normal attack and counter attack and so on. But no, it's an all damage skill like Charles Martel, and they just don't stack. Because you see the damage taken minus 5%, and that is from Ragnar's Power of the King. So the 10% all damage is lost. Now the thing is that it doesn't carry on. So you're noticing that you get 30% all damage for another turn. So on this turn you still have the all damage, and on the next turn you lost the 10% damage. So basically it should have been carried on, because you should have still had a 10% all damage from Ragnar, because Charles Martel shield is gone, or Charles Martel primary skill, the 30% all damage is gone, but you should have still had the time left from Ragnar. So we should have still had, for another 2 turns, we should have had Ragnar. Which means that if you have a max skill Ragnar, when Ragnar is going to be expertise, you have a 40% all damage increase. It says over here, and you take 20% reduced damage, which is all damage. So it's all damage on the 40% and all damage on the damage reduction. If you still use Charles Martel and Ragnar, it means that you're gonna get for 2 turns the 30% all damage from Charles Martel, and then for 5 turns, because Ragnar is more powerful. Right now it didn't show like that because Ragnar is weaker, it's just 1 skill. But once it's gonna be max skill, then Ragnar is gonna overwritten Charles Martel. So you get for 2 seconds Charles Martel 30%, and for 5 seconds you get 40% damage from Ragnar. So you get like a 7 seconds of all damage increase. They don't stack, but they carry on. At least Ragnar's will carry on after that. So that's a very nice synergy, because you also get 20% all damage reduction, which is pretty huge. And like I was mentioning in the video, you get the rally capacity as well. So maybe Charles and Ragnar still has a synergy. But from what I'm noticing right now, after I've done this small test and checking this battle log, Ragnar is that one commander that needs to be primary, he needs to be first. And he has attack tree. I'm not very happy about the attack tree. Meaning that I would only find Ragnar very useful in the beginning of the kingdom, when you still have the kingdom wars right at the beginning. Or in KVK1, very possible, maybe you could do like Ragnar and YSG or something like that on a flag. Maybe Charles and Ragnar would work as well in KVK1, who knows. But I'm kind of feeling it that maybe Ragnar and YSG might have a utility. I have tried Julius Caesar back in the days. I was using Julius Caesar primary. It went alright for the time being, but when I got to like KVK 1 and 2, I just didn't use this setup. I prefer to do something with more mobility. Julius Caesar and YSG was also working. And looking on Julius Caesar, he has 30% increase all damage. He also does a 400 damage factor, and it also lasts for 5 seconds. And you get 20% increase attack and defense on your marches, and then with his second skill, you have damage reduction, and when your troops go under 60%, you have a chance to get another 30% damage reduction. So honestly, I still think that Julius Caesar is superior to Ragnar in terms of the skill description. And what we are reading right now, I would still maybe prefer to use a Julius Caesar as a second rather than a Ragnar. But hey, you never know. Maybe someone will max him in the end, and some test he might prove to be worth it. To summarize it, Ragnar is just another commander in Rise of Kingdoms, another legendary commander. Bjorn has probably 10 times more utilities than Ragnar. That's all I have to say. There's no more I want to talk about it. So what can we take good from this update so far? We have a very nice civilization. That's number 1, which honestly I really like Vikings. I haven't switched yet to the Vikings. I'm waiting to get more civilization changes before I'm gonna do that. 2, we have Bjorn Ironside, which is a very nice epic, and I really like him. I will definitely try to find an integration into my armies, but I have like 28 max legendaries, so that might be a little bit of a problem to do it. But I'll see if I can make that work, or do some proper test. I don't know, maybe Sunset Canyon or somewhere else. And 3, we have the daily special offers, which have been updated with a lot more commanders. That exactly what everyone wants. And we also have the bundles and the events where we can get the civilization changes. So that's really great news so far. I hope you do enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And until next time, this is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.